Okay, Boozhoo, and welcome back to Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Nanaboozhoo, and over here, yep, over here, once again today, as she is every day, the lovely and the talented Natasha. Egadon Boozhoo, Weenie Mushane. Say hello, sweetheart. Hello, everybody. How you doing? And over here, the rock star cartoonist, Michael Lyons. Egadon Boozhoo, Niji. Say hello, brother. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. And yeah, you've come on a good day, huh, sweetie? You bet! Today's the best day to tune in. Oh, we got so much exciting stuff planned. Sweetie, did you know it was halfway through the week? Yeah, it's Abatuse. That's our word for Wednesday. That's right. This is enough fake enthusiasm, you think? Probably. All right, let's plow through this. Abatuse, halfway, Wednesday. Abatuse. Abatuse. Halfway. It's a Ojibwe word. Wednesday. And, yeah. Next, we have Bakwajigan. Bakwajigan is the Ojibwe word for cookie. Huh, sweetie? If you say so. And what it really means is a little bread. Bakwajigunts is a cookie. Bakwajigun is bread, a little bread. You make a gunts, so a little bread. And FRYBREAD, zasakokwan. Actually, it'd probably be more like zasakokwan nug. Because you never just have one FRYBREAD. It's kind of a plural. These have been your Ojibwe words of the day. Not the most exciting Ojibwe language lesson I've ever tried to do, but there you go. Hey, sweetie. Yeah? You want to take a phone call? I don't see why not. This show is so boring. Hello, caller. Welcome to a boring show about cookies, I guess. I don't know. Ah! Whoops. That was the wrong picture. That wasn't who I thought it was going to be, sweetie. Hello, caller. Welcome to our boring show about cookies. Ah, cookie, me love cookie. Hey, Cookie Monster. Sweetie, it's Cookie Monster. I know. What's going on? Yeah, me love cookie. Me want teach word cookie. You want to teach the Ojibwe word for cookie? Yeah. Okay, take it easy. It's Bakwajigunts. It's a cookie. Ah, Bakwajigunts! Yeah, that's good. Me love cookie. Dude, can you stop with the act for 1 minute? You don't have to carry on like that, you know. I don't know what you're doing if you're trying to... I don't know if is it a contract thing? Cookie! No, come on, just be real. You want me to be real, do you? Yes, thank you. Who is this? Well, hello. My name is Cookie Monster. It truly is. The character I play on Sesame Street requires that I do a character who is somewhat addicted to cookies, I'm afraid. Oh yeah? Yes, it's a terrible bother. I imagine so, huh? Yes, I grow so weary of having to carry on like a buffoon, if you will. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Why do they have you talk like that? I mean, isn't it supposed to be like an educational show for kids? That was my point exactly. Why must Cookie Monster carry on like some sort of buffoon, some sort of... Well, they say it right in the title. It's a monster. And let me tell you, Nanaboozhoo, I kid you not, carrying on as the character Cookie Monster on Sesame Street, well, I think it's quite damaging to the children. Yeah, I know. I mean, how are kids supposed to learn how to talk if they're watching TV shows where, your characters have such crazy voices? What do you think, sweetie? I think it's really wrong to talk funny in front of kids. You gotta talk right so they can learn how to speak. Yeah, exactly. So why do you do it then, Cookie Monster? Well, I make loads and loads of money, I suppose. I mean, if Sesame Street wants me to carry on and they're willing to pay the exorbitant, I don't know the word, lots of cash? Yes, quite right. They pay me quite handsomely to speak like Cookie Monster. And I am tired of it, but, what's one to do? I don't know. All right. So let's hear you say Bakwajigans as Cookie Monster. Oh, must I? Yeah, it's kind of what the people want to hear. All right. Well, if I was to say cookie in the Ojibwe language as the character I play on Sesame Street, I might say, Bakwajigans! Yeah! Are you quite satisfied? Yeah, that was pretty good. Anything else I can do for you, Niji? No, I just wanted to call and tell you how much I appreciate your show. I understand you're getting some heat from the what you call it, the cancel culture? I don't know. I've been making some kind of not controversial jokes, but sort of jokes that aren't pre-approved. I made fun of the NFL being gay, and some people got mad at me. The NFL is gay? What are you talking about? Well, they're not really. They just had a silly commercial where they said they supported gay rights and whatever. And so I made fun of that. And some people got, what's the word? Butthurt? Did the gay people become butthurt over what you said and not their dates? Oh, dear me. Yeah, exactly. Look, man, I better get back to the show. I see the Boozhoo crew's coming in. Oh, can you tell the Boozhoo crew I said hello? Well, you can tell them yourself. Yeah, Boozhoo crew! Me say Boozhoo! Ah! That's right. Hey, you want to learn one more phrase before you go? Yes, I would love to. When we say goodbye, we don't really say goodbye. We say, I will see you again. And so in Ojibwe, we say, Giga min, Minowa. Giga min, Minowa! Yeah! How was that? That was beautiful. Thanks for calling in, Cookie Monster. Giga min, Minowa. Quite right. Giga min, Minowa. Huh. I didn't expect the actor to play Cookie Monster to be English. Yeah, I never knew. Huh. There you go, folks. Cookie Monster is English. And Daniel Black is here. Quick check-in, heading to the beach here at the grandparents'. Is the weather still nice enough to go to the beach? Huh. Oh, Boozhoo. Boozhoo, Daniel. And Jim's here. Hey, Boozhoo. All right, sweetie, you know the drill. Big gold star for Daniel. Gold star for Daniel. And a silver star for Jim Dunn. And a silver star for Jim Dunn. You boys are all right. Oh, hello, Zagame. Zagame's here, finally. Zagame, well, look who's finally dragging themselves in. Boozhoo, Zagame. Yeah. Oh, so nice of you to join us, finally. We've been waiting around. Nah, just kidding. Boozhoo, how are you? Mino Giga Jib. Get a cup of coffee, Zagame. Why don't you join us? Do we have any cookies, sweetie? We got that homemade ones that aren't very sweet. Oh, yeah. What do you do with cookies somebody gives you if they're not very good? You feel bad throwing them away. Oh, speaking of which, I really hope she doesn't watch this show. Yesterday, I'm just sitting there at the drawing board. I was back at the drawing board. Minding my own business, watching YouTube videos. And my drawing board is right up, it's over there. It's right up against a window there. And, 2 feet away, 3 feet away maybe. And what do I see pop up out of nowhere? Neighbor lady's face. Really? Yeah. The lady whose name I've heard numerous times, and I've known her now for 10 years, but I never bothered to learn her name. And now it's gone on too long. You can't ask somebody you've been living next to for 10 years, hey, what's your name anyway? But she was coming over to give us tomatoes, which was very sweet. You know how these gardeners, they always think, oh, I'm going to plant 1 million tomato plants so I have tomatoes. And then the fall comes, they go, what am I going to do with all these tomatoes? They start giving away bags of tomatoes to their neighbors. So we got a whole bunch of tomatoes, which was nice. But she just pops up out of nowhere and she's like looking in the window. I almost screamed. Yeah. I was like, oh, what? You know, she comes walking on the thing and I yell out at her, you've scared me. I wanted to yell something else, but and she just sort of laughed. And I greeted her at the door and thanked her for the tomatoes. But I was like, what is it? Do we have to... Windows are for looking out of, people. They're not for looking in. You don't just go up to a person's house and peek in the window. Oh, I just wanted to know if you were home. Is this your bathroom? You know, windows are for people looking out. That's why, you know, most of the time it's hard to look inside a house. You know, the sun's shining and it just reflects. You know, it's a good design. We don't want people looking in. So now I got to put the blankets back up on the windows. I mean, what is she, a peeping Tom? She's a peeping Tammy. Yeah. Hey, peeping Tammy. Just come to the door and knock. I know you can walk up. I don't know. I'm in there making crystal meth, minding my own business, and then people are looking to, hey, do you mind? I'm committing a felony in here. Nah. Don't say that on our show. I know. I'm not cooking meth, you guys. Wally Bear's here. Hey, Wally Bear wants a platinum star. Oh, is that what we're doing now? I don't know. I can't give you a platinum star. I already chewed out Zagame for being 30 seconds late. Zagame says, Boozhoo, I love cookies. Dunk them in coffee. Yeah, I'm a dunker too. I didn't know that was a thing until I used to have this buddy. I didn't even have a buddy. I used to be a boss. Back in the days of the grandfathers. I had a job at the tribal college on the Leech Lake Reservation. Oh, it was just a very important position. I was the Trio Student Services Director. Reality was, I was just a guy who needed a job and was in the right place at the right time. And I was given a certain amount of supervisory responsibility that I didn't really want. So one of my, what do you call it when you're somebody? I was sort of his boss. I had to hire him. I made him call me boss, but one of the guys I hired became a good friend of mine. His name was Pat Tucci, Italian guy. Hey, Pat, what's going on, my brother? What would we always call him? My, what's the Italian word for Niji? What is it? I think it starts with a P. Paisano. Paisano! He was my paisano. And it was just one of those guys. Every once in a while, guys will have like a bromance or something where you just can't get enough of the other guy. Each one thinks the other one's super funny and cool. Well, Pat thought I was great. He always laughed at my dumb jokes and stuff. And now I don't remember what story I was going to tell about Pat. Being a dunker. Oh yeah, being a dunker. So we're sitting around a conference room one day and I'm having coffee and cookies and I'm dunking it in, you know. I used to live with my grandmother. And so I picked up a lot of kind of old lady traits, like dunking your cookie into the coffee. And he goes, oh, that's precious. You're a dunker. I go, what are you talking about? You dunk your cookies in your coffee. I went, what? Oh, is that a thing? I said, yeah, that's a thing old ladies do. Like, what? I guess I'm a dunker. I like I like cookies. I like cookies too much. Bakwajiguns. So bakwajigun, a lot of people know that word from Menabushki, Minasagani, Batusijikani, bakwajigun. People go, oh wait, bakwajigun, isn't that in the word blueberry pie? It's like, yeah, I mean, it's our word for bread, but it's really anything that's kind of made of dough, and gets, what do you do with bread? Baked. Mina bashki mina sagani batusi chikani bakwajigun. Bakwajigun is blueberry pie filling folded in bread. Or blueberry pie. Bakwajigun. And then there's zasakokwanag. I should have put an AG. Because you don't have one single, I guess you can have a piece of fry bread. Zasakokwana. And today I would like to tell the traditional story of fry bread and how it came to be a symbol of Native American pride. Did it? No, I don't know. Fry bread is really pretty gross, if I'm being honest. I mean, come on, it's dough, dipped in oil or grease or whatever it is. And then it's, and then it fries up like a donut. And people put just anything on it. Oh, I'm going to put some sugar and butter on mine with my coffee. It'll be like a little donut. I'm having fry bread and coffee. Oh no, I'm going to put greasy ground beef on mine. Put some lettuce and tomatoes and mild hot sauce. It's an Indian taco now. It's like, no, that's just a piece of fry bread with a bunch of taco toppings. No, it's an Indian taco. Come on, come to my stand. I'm making a bunch of food in this little trailer. Fry bread tacos. Indian tacos. It's like, it's not an Indian taco unless it's got Indian meat. And nobody wants to eat that. Except maybe the Aztecs and the Mayans. Why do you say that? Weren't they cannibals? Oh, yeah. And, hey, we had a new member of the Boozhoo crew yesterday. What was his name? Oh, yeah, Wendigo. Fry bread Indian tacos are only for Wendigo. Wendigo is a cannibal creature who lives out on Star Island here in Cass Lake, or over there in Cass Lake. But Zasakokwanag has become sort of, people think of it as a traditional Indian food because I think the history is probably dates only back as far as getting government commodities. The commodity cheese, which became so popular back in the 70s. Because back in the days of the grandfathers, before they had EBT cards, poor people could get just cardboard boxes full of food from the government. And there'd be a big old thing of Velveeta cheese in there. Only it wasn't called Velveeta. It was called Gamad cheese. And, big old can of peanut butter. Flour, sugar, grease. Not grease, but oil. A lot of building block food stuff for the families. And I think that's where Indian people kind of invented fry bread. They use ingredients from commodities from the earliest days. And then after a while, when powwows started becoming a thing, it was one of the things that would sell, at powwows. There's kind of a, what is it? Hey, look, it's Brandy Marie. Who's speaking boo at ya? My neighbor. Neighbor lady gave us some tomatoes yesterday, and she just stuck her head in the window. Just 2 feet away from me and nearly scared me. I'm just glad I was wearing clothes. Yeah, we could have been running around naked. I know. What if we'd been running around naked, playing Adam and Eve? She would have seen me in my birthday suit. Oh, embarrassing. My fry bread, so then becomes sort of synonymous with Indian culture. It's kind of like the dream catcher. I've often suspected that dream catchers don't really go back to the old days. Dream catchers are a little too perfect of a thing you can sell at a powwow. I suspect somebody's grandma made a bunch of little, what we call dream catchers in like the 50s maybe, 1950s. And she was like, you know what? I'm going to bring this down to the powwow. I want to sell these. What are you going to call it, Grandma? Oh, it's a dream catcher. Put it by your baby's head there. It'll catch the bad dreams. Tell them it's a traditional spiritual thing, or I don't know. White people will eat it up. White people love dream catchers. Go sell them some. We need the Junia money. And so was born Zasa Kokwana, the fry bread stand, and the dream catcher stand. Oh, and blankets too. I mean, yeah, we always had blankets, but selling blankets. Oh, here's a real Indian blanket. Put that on your bed. You can feel like Geronimo or something. You can feel like Tonto. You can feel like Johnny Depp. Put an Indian blanket on your bed. Yeah. Do you think Johnny Depp has an Indian blanket on his bed? Oh, for sure. Johnny Depp probably has like, you know. Oh, in fact, I think they gave him a blanket. I saw him when he was on the Tonto movie set. He was like trying to chum up with all the real Indians. And one day they honored him with a blanket and wrapped it around his shoulders there. He was all, you could tell he was just beaming. He felt just proud. Oh, look at me. Got a real authentic Indian blanket. I'm one in a tribe now. I'm so glad I got this tattoo of Sitting Bull. I'm a real Ojibwe. So there you go. Ojibwe. Cherokee people. Missy Chanley. Hello, my little cousin. Missy's here. Hey, Missy. What's going on? How's life out east? Poor old Missy. Missy crashed her car. I know. You know that day we were talking about counting your blessings and being grateful? And how when you crash your car and you almost die, you get this kind of insight. Everybody, you know, crawls from the wreckage and goes, oh, I'm really lucky. Look, I crashed my car. And you go, how was that lucky? You go, well, at least I didn't kill anybody. You're like, yeah, okay. You're so lucky. Crash that car into a tree. Cost you thousands of dollars. But you didn't kill anybody. So we're all grateful that Missy has survived. Missy says, every family has their own recipe for fry bread. Yeah, and everybody says, oh, my grandma makes it the best. Wild rice, too. Oh, yeah, this is pretty good. It's not as good as my grandma's, though. You know, my grandma had a special, you know, traditional recipe that involved Campbell's soup. Yeah, Campbell's soup, mushroom soup mix. Yeah, gonna put some mushroom soup mix in your, you know. Cousin Tommy's all about, oh, this is pure rice, you know. I don't like that mushy, gooey stuff with all the soup, you know. This is real rice. Yeah, I like the Campbell soup stuff. I remember my cousin Oni used to bring over her wild rice dish, and she didn't even care. When it came to wild rice hot dish, she used cream cheese, sour cream, real butter, Campbell's soup, whatever. And each time you'd heat it up, it would actually get thicker and better. See, now I'm doing it. What's that? You know, bragging about family recipes. Oh, yeah, I'm sure your family has their, what you guys call wild rice hot dish. But, no, there'll never be a wild rice hot dish like the kind that Oni Lyons made. Yeah, Take that, Grandma. Oni made better wild rice hot dish than even you. I don't mind admitting that. Yeah. Okay. Missy says the Sioux gave us the drum in return for the dream catcher. Oh, is that how that went down? Man, we got the better end of that trade. So the story goes. So we traded our first drum with a dream catcher. Yeah. Good trade. Good trade. Wally Bear says, this rock band called Europe had a song called Cherokee. I remember Europe. It's a final countdown. Yeah, they were great. Did they have a song, a pretty song on the piano called Carrie? Yeah. I can't remember how to play that or how to sing it. Don't get jealous, okay? What? I'm going to tell a story about another woman. Okay. I knew a girl once who could play Carrie by the band Europe on the piano. And there was one night she took me home to her parents' house. I was in my early 20s, I suppose. And her parents weren't home. And her boyfriend was somewhere else. And we had a really romantic night at her house where she played that song Carrie just in a blanket. Oh wow, she was pretty. Was her name Carrie? You don't remember her name? No, I can't remember her name right now. What was her name? That's when I started liking skinny girls. Oh really? Yeah. Oh no, her name was Chris. I won't say your real name, but I remember you. Europe. Cherokee peep. I don't remember the song Cherokee, though. Brandy Marie says, Missy, does your car still run? Missy's car won't even walk, let alone run. Missy says, nope. Almost $18,000 worth of damage. Mm-hmm. You know, if Missy's car had been a horse, she would have had to put him down. You know, like they do in the movies? Yeah, I hate that. The horse breaks his leg. Tearful cowboy's got to come up and shoot him in the head. Poor old horses. Sunny day, la la la. Hey, sweetie. Yeah? You got another call. I do? Well, let's put him on line 2. Okay. Caller. Welcome to the Serious Language and Culture Podcast. You're on the air. Hey, man, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, Hunter Biden, sweetie. Well, hi, Hunter. How are you? Is that Natasha? Hey, Natasha, how you doing? I'm doing great. Oh, hold on a second here. Oh, how you doing, Nanaboozhoo? You can exhale. Oh, man. Woo! How's it going, Hunter? Oh, I'm doing great. Doing great. I'm sitting here in my hotel. I'm painting. I want to show you my painting. Look at this painting, man. Yeah, I've seen your paintings before. No, this is a new one. This is a new one? Yeah, man. I know it looks just like that last one. But what it is, you see, I took some water, man. And then I took little drops of paint. Those are little drops of paint and water, man. Yeah, it's not really a painting, though. No, man, it's abstract art. I call that abstract art. Yeah, you can call it that, but it's not art. Oh, man, I like it. Well, I'm glad you like it. And I'm selling that for $75,000. What? This is $75,000? Yeah, man, Chinese. They like my paintings. Oh, is that how that works? Yeah, man. It's insane. The Chinese, they know good art when they see it, don't they? Yeah. So how are things otherwise? Oh, man, all right. I'm in a little bit of trouble. You're in trouble? Yeah, man, they found another laptop. What is with you and laptops? I don't know, man. I keep downloading gunk from the websites I go to. It's embarrassing, man. Yeah, you should be embarrassed. Why don't you straighten up, man? I can't help man. I'm just a crazy artist like you, Nanaboozhoo. Yeah, okay. So how's your old man? Poppy, my daddy, he's good. He's president. Yeah, I know he's the president. I mean, how's he doing? I haven't talked to him, man. I don't get along with my daddy so well no more. How come? Because he don't want to smoke crack with me. I'm like, come on, Dad, just smoke a little crack. A little crickety crack. Come some crack, Daddy. And he goes like, no, I'm president, man. I can't be smoking and carrying on like that. Yeah, well, he's right. He's got a lot of responsibilities, reading cue cards and taking naps. Yeah, I know. He's not really the president. He just goes up there and says he's the president. You know, Barack Obama is still the president. Oh, really? Is that how that works? Yeah, man. What do you think? My dad can be the president? Get up, come on. You think I'm high on drugs? Yeah, okay. So, hey, what's the Ojibwe word of the day? The Ojibwe word of the well, it's Wednesday. Abatuse. Abatuse. Well, Abatuse. That's the Ojibwe word for Wednesday, is it? Yeah. Well, it's for halfway. That's what we call the word Wednesday. Oh, I get it. It's because it's halfway through the week. Yep. Halfway. Abatuse. Well, don't that beat all? Yep. And then we were also talking about bread and cookies. Cookies? Man, I wish I had a pot cookie. You ever have a pot cookie? Well, yeah. They're sweet and they make you hot. Well, hang on, man. You know, sometimes when I'm not smoking crack, I like to eat the pot cookies. Because, you know, it does the same thing, kind of. Yeah. And then we also talked about bread. Okay, how do you say bread? We say, bakwajigan. Bakwajigan. Huh. Well, I don't know. I just don't. Bakwajigan. That's all right. And then what's that Z word? That's zasakokwanag. Fry bread. Zasakokwan. Fry bread. Yeah, only I should have put an AG to make it plural. Zasakokwanag. Zasakokwanag. Fry bread. Well, fry bread. Now, is that the stuff I got at the powwow that one summer? Yeah, they usually sell fry bread at powwows. You can get a fry bread taco, or you can just get straight up fried bread with your coffee. Put a little butter and sugar on that. Cinnamon sometimes. Sometimes people put honey or, you know, jelly, anything, you know. It's your fried bread. You can do what you want. Can you smoke it? No, you can't smoke it. Well, then I don't want fried bread. Because I want to fry my head. I don't want to fry bread. I want to fry my head. Get it? Yeah, I get it. Listen, man. Can I talk to you for real just for a minute? Well, yeah, man. You're my brother. What's the word for brother? Well, we say Niji. Yeah, man. You're my buddy. You're my Niji. Yeah. Hunter, I'm really worried about you. Worried about me? Why are you worried about me? I'm a successful artist. Yeah, but you clearly have a drug problem. It's no problem. I buy the drugs, I smoke the drugs, and I get high. What's the problem? Well, you're a drug addict. And in our way, you know, two things have just come to mind. Number one, I wouldn't be a friend if I didn't call you out on this. And I'm not calling you out. I'm actually calling that spirit of addiction that's all over you. What? That's crazy talk. Well, I know, but it's not that crazy. Right now, the crack and whatever else you're on is sort of calling the shots. You know, if you want to live your best life, you actually will be happier if you can, you know, not just, you know, if you can beat this thing. People do it all the time. They never make movies. They never interview people who, you know, go to treatment and then clean up or just drop it, you know, go to a sweat lodge or something. You know, get serious, get spiritual. If you sober up, man, there's nothing you can't do. And you'll be surprised how much better your art gets if you just weren't so baked all the time. I know, man. I mean, I can only focus for like 3 minutes at a time. That's what I'm saying. You know, whatever's going on with you, you're probably medicating some real sadness. You know, you give me a lot to think about. And I want to say, I appreciate it. I appreciate you, Nanaboozhoo, because my daddy, he never reached out to me. And my brother, he died. My brother's dead. Oh, yeah, and there's that, I mean, do you have grief over that? You probably have grief over your brother dying and your dad not loving you. Yeah, I snagged my brother's wife. Yeah, I know you married your dead brother's wife. That's weird, too. She's fine. That's not the point. That's your brother's widow. Yeah, what's what of it? Look, man, I gotta go. All right, dude. Hey, how do you say that? I will see you again. We say, Gigawaba Min. Minowa. Okay. Again, then let me say, Gigawaba Min. Minowa. All right, Hunter. But really, think about, we're worried about you. Yeah, don't worry, man. I'm all right. All right. We'll call back anytime, all right? I will. I surely will. Okay, we'll see you. See you later. See you later, Natasha. See you later, Hunter. Gigawaba Min, Minowa. Yeah, you too, baby. Hunter Biden's a mess. I know. I mean, it's funny at first, but then you just feel sad for him. Mm-hmm. Where's you going? He needs a cookie. Well, we had 2 addicts on today. Well, who else? Oh, Cookie Monster. Yep. Today's Ojibwe word, addiction. And keeping with the line of that. Sunny day. I used to see spots like that when I smoked that wacky tobacco. Oh, really? Wally Bear used to see spots like Hunter Biden's painting when he was on a wacky tobacco. That's what my grandpa called it. One time he was like, yeah, man, when we were in the Philippines, that wacky tobacco, it grew everywhere. Somehow the war doesn't seem that bad when you picture your grandpa running through fields of marijuana. La, la, la. Inspector will be deciding if it's done for or will be fixed. Oh, Missy's still talking about her car. La, la, la. Sagame. I think I've seen that on Grandma's walls. Yeah, it kind of looks like curtains or wallpaper. Hey, D is here. DJ. The politically correct crazies you were talking about on your last show getting questioned. Yeah. Political correctness. I am politically correct. There is an absolute truth. There is correct politics and incorrect politics. Do you have the correct politics? I was watching this poor old street preacher guy. I forget his name. It was on YouTube. And he goes up to this guy who had left the flock. He was a former Christian guy who married a transgendered person. And so they were talking about it. And the Christian street preacher couldn't get himself to say the politically correct words of calling the transgender person she and her. And the gay guy who wasn't, because this is how it gets confusing. So the gay guy marries a man who then transitions and now identifies as a woman. And so he says his wife is a transgendered woman. And so the street preacher was like, okay, so, you two are gay. And he goes, no, we're not gay. It's like, well, yeah, in reality, you can't really transition. That's not, in reality, a man doesn't turn into a woman, and vice versa. You can cut off and put on whatever you want, and we can all play act with you, but in science, your skeleton and your whatever still is in reality whatever you were born as. But the spell, just, people, well, no, you just, from now on, call my wife a woman, because she is a transgendered woman. And that makes me a straight man. I used to be gay when I hooked up with this woman who used to be a dude. And now that this dude is a woman, now that this dude looks like a lady, that dude looks like a lady, that dude looks like, you look like a lady. Ah, thank you. Now that dude who looked like a lady, he thinks she's a real woman. No, she really is. So therefore, I'm no longer gay. Like, what? Do you believe what you're saying? But it all comes back to art and not being able to say what's beautiful and what's not. Looking at Hunter Biden's paintings going, yeah, it's beautiful. It's a spell. People can't see truth anymore. They just think, well, everything's sort of subjective, right? Beauty in the eye of the beholder. There is no absolute truth. You can't say one thing's better than the other. And then what that finally comes down to is morality. Can you say anything is right or wrong if nothing is absolutely true? Because somebody said, well, murder is wrong. Oh, really? Well, what about in a war? Oh, really? Well, what if someone's trying to kill you? Oh, really? What if you were defending somebody from getting killed by a murderer? Okay. Well, rape is wrong. Oh, really? Well, I just saw a squirrel rape another squirrel. Do you think we should put that squirrel in jail? Because it didn't look that consensual, if you ask me. He didn't even take her out to dinner. He just jumped on her back. And I saw, a bird. I saw an eagle murder a squirrel. So maybe there is some justice. Did you really? Yeah, it was a number of summers ago, but I was walking down this path. Big old eagle comes down and grabs a squirrel in the tree. It was like 10 feet above my head and a whole branch, Like, I don't know how heavy eagles are, but you think it was a human being just landed on that thing. And he grabs a squirrel, and the squirrel just starts, it's almost a chirp. It's high-pitched screeching, me, 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 me. It was pitiful. I know, but that's nature, Yeah. So I tried to avenge the squirrel. I got my rifle and started shooting at that eagle, but I missed. You did not. I know. People get really upset when you even joke about that. This is my favorite joke to tell at a traditional ceremony. I go, what's your favorite eagle? Or what's your favorite bird? Oh, the eagle, of course. Yeah, me too. But not for the usual reasons, not for the, the symbolism. I just think they're so delicious. And, how dare you? Don't you know that's Migazi? That's our sacred. He represents love. Anyway, I love? What's that? Michael's music. Hey, thanks, man. Here's a song that Michael Lyons wrote. It's had a couple of titles. The title we like to share with the masses is It's Got Nothing to Do with You. Because that's the first line. And just like, speaking of Aerosmith, were we talking about Aerosmith? Just that, dude looks like a lady. Oh, yeah. Aerosmith, they said the best songs is you got to put the title in the first line. So it's like, loving an elevator, living it up when I'm going down. Janie's got a gun. Whatever. You got to put the title right in the first line. People have no attention span. So here's a song that Michael wrote that wasn't called this until he went in a closet. And it used to be called wake and bake. Some of you might understand what that means. And if you don't, well, you don't need to know what it means. This song is called Wake and Bake. Miigwech. And up next, you want to get up here, sweetie? Sure. The lovely and talented Natasha. Miigwech Bizin Da Wieg. Thank you for listening.
What am I doing? What am I doing?
But it's got nothing to do with you. I've got no one, still you won't do. And after today I'd say we are quite through. But I know you won't break down, you won't miss a step, you won't be around, and you'll never forget it. One day when I'm old and gray, I might look back and say that these were the golden days. One day when I'm old and I'm gray, I might look back and say this was the price I paid. Now so it goes, or so they say, time's like a mountainscape. Well, I don't know, but I can't complain. God knows I've got my own escape. Sometimes I just might, even in the middle of the night. Sometimes and some days, sometimes, well, I wake and bake. But it's got nothing to do with you. I've got no one, still you won't do. And after today I'd say we are quite through. But I know you won't break down, you won't miss a step, you won't be around, you'll never forget it. One day when I'm old and gray, I might look back and say that these were the golden days. And one day when I'm old and I'm gray, I might look back and say this was the price I paid. Even in the middle of the day, Stephen grins a little, so they say. Sometimes, well, I wake and bake. La la la, do do do, baby baby baby, do 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 do. Oh, that was such a cool song, Michael. Hey, thanks so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Lyons, the rock star cartoonist. And it's got nothing to do with you. It's got nothing to do with you. I've got no one, still you won't do. And after today, I'd say we are quite through, but I know you. So what's going on, baby doll? Not much.
guys. Grassroots Indians here. Damn the devil, I missed most of the show. Damn the devil. Wow. That's a cool way to swear. Wally Bear, slept in Grassroots? Well, Grassroots Indians has got smoked in. Uh-oh. We were just talking about that. No. Sunny day, la la la. So yeah. And what's this now? Dabba-dane, dizzy wind. Humility. Represented by the Ma'ingan, the wolf. And the 7 Anishinaabe values, the grandfather teachings, if you will. Nah. One of the values we say is really important to live by is humility. Dabba-dane, dizzy wind. And the animal that we associate with humility is the Ma'ingan. Some people are familiar with the Ma'ingan from Michael's book, Dog and Ma'ingan. No. See how we work that in? Hey, thanks. Order Dog and Ma'ingan on Amazon.com, which isn't showing up right here. But Michael has books for sale at Amazon.com, including Dog and Ma'ingan and Little Cutie, Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo. We gotta talk about Amic's Blood one of these days. It's gonna be Halloween before we know it.
Yeah, did you want to do a Halloween show or something?
I don't know. I mean, we'll definitely we'll do a live stream on Halloween. But I don't know if I want to glorify Satan, make some special, like, dark, gothic,
We could do like a David Bowie Labyrinth theme or something.
That might be kind of cool. Yeah, we'll do something. Tune in on Halloween. We're going to do something that's not glorifying the dark arts. Something that has nothing to do with Aleister Crowley, okay? Have you seen Marilyn Manson lately?
Marilyn Manson's such a fool.
I know. Looks like an old lady. I saw this great meme where just had a picture of Marilyn Manson next to the Golden Girls. That's hilarious. He fit right in. You could tell that Satanism is real because Marilyn Manson has never done anything worthy of being famous and being recorded. It's just a spell people are under. His music is the worst. And his imagery and stuff is totally derivative from David Bowie. Only he lacks the, he was never skinny. Or maybe he was skinny at one time, I don't know. He looks terrible. And he sounds terrible. He's just a horrible human being. And, not a lot of people know this, Johnny Depp and Marilyn Manson have matching tattoos.
That is so gay.
I know. Matching tattoo. Who gets matching tattoos? Except, young lovers. Marilyn Manson and Johnny Depp are so close. They got matching tattoos is the story. And I've seen the tattoos. I forget what it is, but sure enough, it's on their wrist or something. And, they did it together. And it must have been some sort of satanic ceremony they were involved in. But, yeah, Johnny Depp's a real creep when it comes to Satanism and that stuff. Oh, hey. La, la, la. Grassroots couldn't handle his smoke, says Grassroot Indians. Wally Bear says, when I sing, my singing sounds like Marilyn Manson. Oh, no. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, it takes a lot of humility, a lot of dabba-dane, dizzy wind to admit that. So I'm impressed, Wally Bear. Wally Bear knows how to be humble. He even admits he sounds like Marilyn Manson. But humility, I talked about this one day when I was outside. It's really misunderstood, and I'm only now starting to understand it a little bit. the one thing everybody avoids experiencing, and then if it ever happens, they never talk about it, is when they've been humiliated. When somebody humiliates you. It's weird. It's being humiliated is different than being insulted or being offended. Like the cancel culture, the outrage mob. The people who say they're mad at us for making jokes about Caitlyn Jenner or the NFL being gay or transgender story hour or whatever. The list is getting longer and longer as I think about it. But they're not, we haven't humiliated them. Hunter Biden, we didn't just humiliate Hunter Biden. Hunter might, no he won't, but somebody can be insulted and offended. And they're they're really close. They're in that realm of saying, this is humiliating to transgendered people. Who've already suffered so much humiliation from the, people who just laugh at them growing up. Just because I want to wear pantyhose is no reason for you to humiliate me, But they never say that. They always say, you're offensive. Things you say are offending me. Well, nobody wants to be offended, but you should want to be humiliated. Everything that has ever kind of knocked me to my knees, embarrassed me, showed me that I'm not that great, later on became the greatest teacher. It was kind of like when you told the story about trying out for your first rock band.
Oh, when I was a bass player?
Yeah. Michael told a story about trying out the first time back in the 80s. And you couldn't really even play the bass, could you?
I could play the intro to Crazy Train.
Yeah, but you weren't really ready to be in a band, were you?
No, not at all.
And so, but he went out there and, failed, got humiliated, was humbled. It's like, what? I should let you tell the story, but when you do something where you realize that, when you get humbled, that's great. That's a gift. Because humble people suddenly have clarity of vision. You see exactly what you are, no more illusions. This is the problem with participation trophies and telling everybody, oh, your artwork is great, Van Gogh. That's a pretty picture. You just print it, when it's not. When somebody gets humbled, when have I been humbled? I should really use my own examples. Seeing truly great art is humbling. I mean, it's not humiliating, but if you were to compare, I can't think of anything. But having humility is being humble. And it's a very powerful thing because you're being very real. You are accepting the order of the world. I mean, that's what wolves are. Some people tell the story, it's like, the reason the wolf represents humility is because they're not like the Anamosh, the dog. Dogs, you ever see how dogs behave? They strut around. Sometimes they get haircuts. They learn to shake hands, roll over, speak. They, they jump all over. They're super happy and, sucking up to humans. The wolf doesn't do that. The wolf is humble. He's not trying to draw attention to himself. Just the opposite. I saw a wolf once it wasn't really the wilderness. I was on a bike trail. I was walking down this bike trail, and a gray wolf. And I knew it was a wolf and not a coyote because of two things. Number one, it was way bigger. It was like a big old husky or something. And then he didn't even look at me. He came out and he didn't move. You know how like dogs, they kind of trot around like a happy little puppy?
Yeah.
Well, this wolf was like on a mission. And he kept he was low to the ground. It was like he was just fast. I knew he knew I was there because it wasn't that far away. But he didn't even bother to turn his head to look at me. He just moved off and ran off into the long grass of the field. And just boop, boop. 2 seconds later, he's like 50 yards away. And then he pops up his head, looks back like, you know, you're not going to get me. And then he just kept running. And it was really cool. But I could tell he wasn't a dog. I was like, wow, that's a wolf. I just saw a wolf. Either that or had a vision of seeing a wolf.
Yeah. Maybe that was a spirit.
Yeah. But then does he win is humility. And what else did we learn today? Bakwaji guns is a cookie. Bakwaji gun. Minabushki minasakani batusi chikani. Bakwaji gun is bread. And fry bread. Zasa kokwanag. Zasa kokwan is one fry bread. Zasa kokwanag is many fry bread. Didn't we write a song called Fry Bread once?
Yeah, I couldn't find it this morning.
Zasa kokwanag means fry bread in Ojibwe moen. Get it in your head. Zasa kokwanag. No, I'm thinking of Gazagasqua, Jamaica, Gazagasqua, Jamaica. Nindonjapa. When are we going to release the album of Ojibwe songs?
I don't know. We've got quite a few. But they're all only like a minute long.
Yeah, that's true. La 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 la. Nindonjapa. Bemichi Gahamog. Nindonjapa. Bemichi is where I'm from. On this beautiful Abituse, on this halfway through the week, Wednesday. Abitus, I got to say, Abitus. Hey. Oh, you know what song I remembered this morning that we haven't sang in a long time?
What's that?
This song for power?
Mushkawazi?
Mushkawazi, mushkawazi. Baby, can't you feel my mushkawazi? Mushkawazi, mushkawazi. Sweetie, can't you feel my mushkawazi? Girl power.
That's right, honey.
All right. Well, do you want to add anything before I sign out?
Oh, that's pretty good.
Hey, everybody. I would like to say from the bottom of my little heart, Miigwech Bizendawieg. Thank you for listening. To Nanaboozhoo.
Okay, miigwech ganawabi egg. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, huh? And this dude over here, Michael Lyons.
Thanks so much for watching, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. My name is Natasha. Natasha Nindisha Nakaz. And I will see you again. Gigawabamin. Minawa. Hawa. Do.
Want me to teleport you?
Yeah. Where would I go?
You can go to the kitchen and make me a sandwich.
Hey! What kind of sandwich you want?
You don't have to. Want to make some coffee, though?
Yeah, I can make some coffee.
All right. 1 to teleport.
Energize!
Energizing.